Got another gooseneck trailer in here, and I'm giving the axles the works. So since I'm doing that, I thought I'd give you a look at how to put back together 10,000 pound axle hubs. So as you can see, putting in new brake sets, using the original hubs, but had them turned down and ground. So that way the insides are like new because these had some wear in them, and you know, we're putting new brake sets in. We want a nice flat surface for them to catch. So let's get started. I'll show you how to do this. So as you can see, this is completely stripped down, all the way down to the spindle. So after it's stripped down, clean everything off real nice. There's a lot of dirt and some rust, and so since our seal is going to go here, we want to be sure that's a nice clean surface so that way it actually seals and doesn't leak. So that's already been done. So now I'm going to go ahead and put on the electric brake. So we're on the driver's side. It's important to know that because this will be the left-hand side. Most of them come stamped. You can see the LH right there, left hand. So driver's side. Be sure it goes on the right side, on the correct side. If not, it won't work right. So slip it over the spindle. Be sure that the electric brake lines are out of the way so they don't get pinched. We're going to take new grade 5 bolts. There's 7 of them. Stick them through. Kind of have to work your way around the magnet as you get to the other side. Okay. Putting a lock washer on the back. And I'm also going to put just 1 drop of thread lock on it. Okay, so our brake set is on. Now we need to prepare our hub to get slid on. Already put in new races on the press. So now all that we have to do is get our bearing in and then put our new seal in. So these are oil bath bearings. So do not grease them. I have had them in the oil over here just to work it in. I kind of dip my finger in the oil and kind of oil up the race and the face where the seal will go, so that way it doesn't bite too hard. Okay, put the bearing in, grab our seal. It's the new seal. Stamped on one side, you can either see air side or oil side. This says air side, so that will be facing towards the frame, to the outside of the hub. This will be facing the oil side. So I also take just a little bit of oil and oil that up. So air side going to the top. Drop it in. I've already cleaned all these up. Be sure that that surface is nice and clean. I use one of the old races. Drop it over the seal. Then I just take a round piece of steel, drop it over. Take a piece of wood, center it up, give it a few pops and it'll go right on. I'm going to check it. Your seal should be flush. Need 1 more little tap and we should be good. Okay. I'll wipe that down real quick. So you can see the seal is installed. Okay, so let's go ahead, prep the spindle, and put the hub on. Be sure that this is all nice and clean before you put it on. It's been ground out, so it's pretty clean. And I took some brake cleaner, cleaned it out too. So I'm going to take just a little bit of oil on my hand and lube up the spindle. These hubs are pretty heavy, so you want to get a good grip on it before you go to put it into place. I kind of like to grab it by the outside here and then just kind of give it a crouch, and so that way I'm picking it up with my legs. And just slip it over the spindle and push it right on. And my outer bearing has also been in the oil. I'm gonna give it a spin. So the tapered edge like this, the small side goes in. Make sure it goes on straight. Push it in. And we're gonna take our washer. These have a little keyway in it. So make sure it goes to the keyway. Slide that in. We'll take one of our nuts. Tighten it up. Tighten it until you can't tighten it anymore. Give it a spin. Tighten it a little bit more. Be sure there's no play in it, and then you're just going to back it off just maybe an eighth of a turn, eighth to a quarter of a turn. Next part that goes on is our locking ring. Again, there's the keyway, and there are two tabs that are already bent over. So let's see if I can just get them to go back over. So two tabs are bent over that way. Now I'm going to take the last nut, put it on. I'm going to tighten it. Okay. Now we're also going to bend over two tabs coming this way. So find the flat side. Try not to use one that has been bent over if you're reusing that ring. Bend it over like so, bend it over like so. There you have it. The assembly is almost complete. Now we're going to take our cap. Be sure you take the oil plug out. Do not cross thread these. They're plastic. It will definitely break. Want to be sure that that surface was nice and clean too, because the only thing that is keeping that oil from spilling out is that surface and a O-ring. So tighten that up. Perfect. Now we got to fill it with oil. So on the cap, they'll say there, it says oil level. So you need to take your oil and start running it in. And as you fill it, you spin it and it will kind of work that oil to the back. And you just kind of want to keep on filling it, and eventually it'll start running out of the oil fill. And when it does, you're full. But keep on spinning it, because if you let go, it has a tendency to want to come out. Okay, about right there, it's starting to come out. So as I'm spinning it, now I'm going to take my plug and work it in there. Come on, baby. There you have it. Now you can see the oil line. Give her a spin. Should be running nice, smooth. Work that oil in there. There you have it, 110K hub reassembly. All that's left to do is put the tires back on. I'm not going to bore you with that. So I hope you found that helpful.